It's either gonna be. Are we doing this? Is it
Completely
recording?
retarded. All right.
How do I look?
3, 2, 1, and we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first Tanner Markley podcast. We're here with Brandon Davis. Just so you guys know, we're going to be doing a little 180 with the YouTube channel. It's going to be going from vlogs, and now it's going to be majority podcast. We'll do a vlog every once in a while when there's something going on. But for now, we're going to be sticking to some vlogs. Brandon Davis, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm a little upset that you didn't say I look good or answer that question.
Looking good, Brandon. Looking good. So, our first topic of the day. Brandon is in the One Drop Show. So, if you don't know what the One Drop Show is, Cirque du Soleil is putting on a one single show where they're hiring inline skaters and trampolinists. I think. What else are they hiring?
I heard they had a banking act, a lot of dancing. I'm not really. It's pretty confidential at this moment, but
All right.
you heard it here first. They do have some skating. They do have a launch box.
Yeah, so Brandon's going to be doing a single Cirque du Soleil show. Is this your first Cirque du Soleil show?
I mean, I suppose so. Yeah.
This is your first Cirque du Soleil show.
It's pretty exciting,
That's
guys.
pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I'm
I haven't
excited.
been to a Cirque du Soleil show ever, so maybe one day I'll be getting into Cirque du Soleil. Until then, I'm just going to do my own shows.
I have a feeling Scooter Action Sports is coming up soon, though.
How's the show going so far, though?
We're just doing rehearsal. I mean, the ramp's it's a little iffy, but it's skatable. It's definitely harsh, but yeah, hopefully, like I said, I was telling you earlier, they may have the ramp up for grabs in the backyard soon.
That would be nice. So Brandon tried to get me into that show, but apparently they're not hiring any scooter riders. But apparently they might be getting rid of their box jump after the show's done. So we might be having a box jump coming soon in the backyard.
That'd be pretty sweet. It's a little banky, but it does the job. 8-foot quarters. I think it's like a 5-foot lip about, sort of thing.
That'd be nice. It could be a nice little addition to our backyard. So, you totally don't have to look at the camera, right? That camera is not even
Are
there.
you sure? I feel like the audience needs me to look at the camera. They need to know.
Subject number 2. So, Bitcoin.
Ooh, Kit Kat just opened the door.
Bitcoin is a touchy subject because I know Brandon just lost his life savings in Bitcoin.
Kit Kat obviously wants to know about Bitcoin as well.
We got Kit Kat in the house.
I'll inform her.
Kit Kat, for those of you who do not know, Kit Kat is my famous little kitten. She's got 250 followers or so.
Damn.
All right, so Bitcoin.
Follow at Scooby. That's my dog. We gotta catch up to Kit Kat.
At Kit Kat _Markley. Bitcoin, Brandon. Bitcoin. How's Bitcoin doing for you? So for those of you who don't know what Bitcoin is.
Do you know what Bitcoin is?
I'm going to let Brandon explain because honestly I don't know because I don't have anything invested into it. It kind of seems like gambling to me, which is why I didn't invest into it. Camera's kind of falling over.
It's my good side.
So, Brandon, Bitcoin. Tell us about Bitcoin. How do you get started with Bitcoin?
What is there to say, man? I mean, I came upon it by chance, and it just seemed like fate was telling me to put money into this.
Fate was telling you to put money into a currency that's not even real.
Yeah, I'm just being real with you guys. Like,
so Brandon has
stupid,
probably put about maybe $1,000 into Bitcoin. Maybe he's profited about $1,000.
No, I put 2K in.
So then maybe he's profited about 1,000. Maybe how much have you lost?
It's just such a standard question for the people that don't understand gambling. How much have you lost? I wouldn't say I've made this much while saying I've lost this much. You know what I mean, though?
I'm gonna do some readjustments with this camera real quick because it is slowly. There we go. All right. So first of all, how did you get started with Bitcoin, Brandon?
That's That's a bit personal. I'm not gonna lie.
How did you get started with Bitcoin? Because I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I don't know the first thing about Bitcoin. I'm a retard. I have no idea.
You're not a retard. You know, that's a bit harsh, but I don't know, man. You're all about the conspiracies, right?
I'm all about the conspiracies.
You're all about the conspiracies. All right. Well, at a certain point, you have to think where the world is going. You think where the world is going. And what does it tell you? It tells you that this currency we have now, the dollar, is pretty much a little bullshit if you're honest with yourself.
It kind of is. I will agree. So are you saying maybe in a couple of years the dollar will be completely irrelevant?
I'm saying maybe in like 10 years, yeah. I think it's a step in there. If you just think about it logically, if you think about it, Bitcoin is all over the news. I'm not promoting it because who the fuck knows what's going to happen. But there's people saying, like even older people recognize no one wants to invest in the stock market right now, you know?
That's true.
I've never been interested in that. But even the old people recognize, hey, young people are talking about this Bitcoin. They're interested in investing in this. You know what I mean?
That's very true.
They're interested like never before.
Unfortunately, I don't know the first thing about Bitcoin.
That's the great thing about Bitcoin. You don't need to know anything about it before you invest.
I think this guy's trying to get some people to invest in some Bitcoin so he'll make some money.
I was trying to be funny there. I don't think any of us performers are gonna make a dent in the global economy to affect my investment, but
probably not. See, my thing about Bitcoin is I don't understand it, for one. So I'm not going to invest into something I don't understand. Two, I also kind of think that whoever owns this Bitcoin or whoever's like in charge of it might just be like, once he sees a certain number of how much money is in it, he might just be like, all right, see you later. Website's shutting down, or however, just takes off with all the money. I don't know. That's just what I picture happening. Well, so that's why I'm not.
Do you want me to delve deeper into the rabbit hole of Bitcoin?
Let's dig deeper into the rabbit hole of Bitcoin.
There's many rabbit holes, but all right. Well, I mean, I could talk all day about Bitcoin. Just kidding. That sounds kind of. Anyway. What was I saying? There is more. There's way more than just Bitcoin. There's not just Bitcoin.
There's a lot of.
There's a bunch of different coins that have different purposes and shit like that. I'm not gonna pretend to know I know everything about it, but like going back to this simple point, it seems like where the future is heading is to these digital currencies. You know the fucking New World Order bullshit. Like they want one united thing, and to send funds like internationally, for example, just makes sense. It makes sense of where the world is going. And the stock market is crashing right now. Like it had a lot of bad days, which leads me to believe that, I don't know, a lot of it is gut feeling, to be honest, but it just seems like they're going to go in that crypto way just because it's the hot topic right now and they want to make money when the stock market's crashing, and some charities are going to take a hit.
Well, if any of you guys have money invested into Bitcoin or have any advice for us, feel free to comment below, because I feel like neither of us are experts on this topic. So we're going to move on. Action sports. So, as most of you probably know, I come from an action sports background, and Braden also comes from an action sports background. I am a pro scooter rider. Braden is an inline skater. We've both been doing this since we were little kids, and I feel like I'm starting to move on to a different realm of extreme sports, and I'm sort of getting more into like acrobatics because personally I think it's a little bit safer, and I think I'm just I've been doing it for too long. How are you feeling right now? Would you say you're going to be inline skating for quite a bit more?
I mean, it's hard to say. I switch off and on between inline skating and the acrobatics, the trampoline stuff. I definitely have a love for both of them. You just got to take a break from one another, switch off, kind of keep it interesting, you know?
Yeah, maybe I'll come back into scooter riding eventually. It just seems a little dangerous, and I think I've kind of tapped out on it.
Yeah, I mean, the competition level is pretty high in scootering right
say,
now for the risk versus
that,
reward, right?
That's a big part of it. So scooter riding is just completely insane, and it's completely insanely dangerous now. And I'm just not really willing to like risk my body for the small amount of like prize money there is, or the reward that comes from it. So that's why I'm kind of moving on to new things. Kit Kat.
Kit Kat interrupting the podcast.
Kit Kat's going to be on the podcast one day. It's just going to be me and Kit Kat. Just me and Kit Kat.
Should have been the first interview right there.
Should have been the first
She's closest
interview.
to you. Kit Kat doesn't like anyone but Tanner.
Anyways, well, action sports, it's constantly progressing, and it's not like basketball or baseball or something. It just gets more dangerous and more dangerous every single year.
It does. It's ridiculous. And you can do all the show tricks already. Like,
Yeah,
there's,
once you have
there's
the
a
show
certain
tricks
point
down,
that, like, there's no
we're
point
set.
in destroying your body over it, because
we're gonna have to lock this door from now on, because look at this cat. She's just so distracting.
nothing to say, Kit Kat. Nothing to say now.
Just holding on to the bed for dear life. Scratching the shit out of my nice bed that I bought. Kit Kat, stop doing that. Okay,
I feel like the world is. It's leveling out though. Like, at least the circus industry is gonna start using more action sports type of thing though. You know what I mean?
This is very true. I feel like action sports appeal to pretty much everyone, and everyone's gonna enjoy action sports, which is kind of the reason why I don't like watching TV, because television is baseball and basketball and football, and now we have two cats in the room. There's just two cats hanging out in here. So yeah, I just think the sports are just so repetitive, and there's only so many times that you can watch LeBron James shoot a basketball onto a hoop, when in reality, action sports are constantly progressing and never, ever the same thing, ever. You're never going to see the same thing over and over. So...
No, I agree. I mean, there's something to be said about like traditional sports where they can just play over and over and over, and it's like
there's only so many times you can see a double play or like a touchdown.
I mean, I get it at the same time.
I feel like
but
most of the people watching probably watch like some sort of sports though.
No, I get it. Like soccer as well, and Real Madrid versus Barcelona never gets fucking old, but. At a certain, it's a weird thing because action sports do top out. It's like, all right, they did a triple backflip. Now they did a quad backflip. Now, like, what else can they do? Like, it tops out, you know? So
it's going to get more and more dangerous.
So I feel like at this point, it's to the point where, like, not that much more craziness can be done. It's got to be refined into some sort of art, into, like, a circ act sort of thing where it's more patterns and flowy and stuff like that than just who can huck the biggest trick, you know?
Yeah, that's true. They are getting more and more consistent by the day, too. Kids are getting crazy. Yeah. I just can't compete with them.
What do you think of the future of scootering? What do you think the direction's going to go?
Personally, I think it's going to eventually get big. It's getting pretty big. It's not on like the X Games or anything yet, but that's just because like of big, like politics and stuff with action sports. It's eventually going to get really big, and then it's eventually going to tap out, just like all action sports do, and then it's going to move on to the next newest thing.
Which I don't know what that'll be, but
yeah, maybe it's not out yet. Maybe it's like hoverboarding or something.
Hoverboarding.
Who knows? Maybe it's trampwall. You know.
I mean, you're onto hoverboarding, so.
For those of you watching, I actually have a footwear company coming out, just so you know. Off-axis acrobatic shoes coming very soon. We got the sample on the way right now. This is my first announcement, so we got a shoe company coming out. Check them out very soon. On to the last subject of the day.
I have one question about the shoe company, actually.
What's that?
What are they going to be catering to?
Anyone who's an acrobat, or anyone who likes to do outdoor activities where you need to rely on your shoes to be a good source of reliability. So it's pretty much...
Is it catered to trampwall or just acrobatics in general?
It's just acrobatics in general. It's not necessarily to trampwall specifically, but our shoes, we are going to design them to be specifically made for acrobats, whether it is parkour or trampwall or gymnastics or whatever it is.
This may be way in the future, but give me like 2 or 3 names that for the first pro model.
Pro model?
Yeah. Signature
Like,
shoe.
Signature shoes? Ooh, I don't know if I can say any names.
That might be too confidential.
It's all hypothetical right now. And I don't want to put it out there because if someone doesn't get a shoe in the future, but we are doing signature shoes. So maybe whoever you guys think, comment down below who should get a signature shoe. Because there is going to be a few professionals getting signature shoes. We just don't know who they are yet. So it's kind of up in the air right now. But on to the last subject of the day. The house. The house.
The house.
So, for those of you who don't know, we are living in Las Vegas now. We went from California to Minnesota to Ohio, and now we are in Las Vegas, Nevada. I never thought I would live here.
I convinced him.
Until Brandon was like, just look into it. Just look into it.
Joe,
just look at how cheap the housing is. And then I saw how cheap the housing is.
That's something.
Eddie Bravo.
Eddie Bravo. Who the fuck is Eddie Diaz? The
Joey
guy?
Diaz. You're thinking of Joey Diaz.
I combined 2 people.
Combined 2 people. So we're living in Las Vegas. It's super cheap right here, and I don't think I'm ever going to move back, to be honest. I might, but it's just so much nicer here. There's no traffic. It's ridiculously cheap. Why are you holding your finger up?
I'm counting your points.
Okay. Ridiculously cheap. And Cirque people, it's just the performers. Like, the performer industry is so tight-knit here, and, you're always hanging out with performers, so that's what I really like. It's, a cool group of friends, and it's a really nice place. So far, so good in Las Vegas. I don't know if I'll be moving back to California. I think I kind of burned myself out in California, to be honest.
Yeah, it is weird. I love California, and when you live in California, you kind of think it's the place you always want to live.
Yeah.
But then if you live here for a while and then you go back, you're like, I for example can't stand the traffic anymore.
Yeah.
It's just insane to drive
I've been
an
back
hour to go
a few
10
times.
miles.
I've been back a few times to California since I moved here, and every time I go back, I'm just super annoyed with how bad the traffic is. It's just so bad. It's just not tolerable. It just kills the whole entire place. I mean, sure, you have the nice weather, but to be honest, the weather in Vegas isn't...
It's not that bad.
It's pretty much the same thing. So, I think that wraps it up.
Does that wrap it up? You don't want to talk about Bitcoin more? Learn more?
I don't know. So we got a trampwall in the backyard. We got an aerial rig in the backyard. Hopefully we're going to have ramps in the backyard soon. What else is cool about this house? We got a big house. This place is humongous. Sure. That is the really nice thing about Vegas, is you get a lot of room for not a lot of money.
Should we talk about the people living here for a second?
Yeah. So let's talk about the people living here. So
who we got living here?
Let's start with the newest, Rafa. Rafa is an acrobat. He is in Mystere. Rafa has very broken English. He just moved here from Spain. Seems like a cool guy to me.
Yeah, he's
really good at trampwall. He's a really good acrobat, twice the acrobat that I'm ever going to be. And So far, so good. He just moved here. Today is his first day, actually, in the house. We got Jeff Pratt in the house. Jeff Pratt is an OG trampwaller. He has been doing trampwall for probably around 7 years or so. I don't even know how long Jeff's been doing trampwall.
More than that, probably. I
don't
know.
Yeah, I really don't know.
We'll have to ask Scott McDonald about that one.
Jeff's also living here with his girlfriend, fiance, Lindsay. Lindsay's also living here. They have an aerial rig in the backyard. That is their aerial rig. That's pretty awesome. It's a nice little decoration to the backyard. We got Devin living here. Devin just moved here from Minnesota. And to be honest, I haven't seen much of Devin since he moved here. But I'm sure he's going to be showing his face a little bit more. Devin does trampwall and other acrobatics. He just moved here from Minnesota. That's where we met him. And then we've got Lil B Davis. Lil B Davis. Then it's Brandon and I, so we got 6 people in this 5-bedroom house.
You can call me the champ.
We've had a few other people live here so far. We've lived here for 2 months, and we've also had Scott McDonald living here. We've had Julian Kalari, and we've had Tori, Jeff's brother. So far it's kind of been like
and
a little...
Scooby.
And Scooby, Brandon's dog.
At Scooby.
So, yeah. I think that wraps it up. Well, let us know what you guys think about this podcast and if we should keep doing it. But to be honest, if you think we should keep doing it, or if you don't think we should keep doing it, I'm still going to keep doing it. So...
That's a very good point.
Podcast number 1 in the books. Thank you guys for watching. Follow Brandon at bdavis1260.
I almost landed at 1260 once.
Brandon has never done 1260 in his life, but it's in his username.
I put it there.
So we got to get Brandon to go do a 1260.
We get some followers. We do.
Brandon Davis, bdavis1260 on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Do you have YouTube?
Don't worry about that, guys.
Just follow me on Instagram. Thank you guys for watching. Tanner Markley. Check out my new channel, Cinemarkley, Cinemarkley. That's my professional page, and Off Axis Acrobatics. Of course, that's the shoe company and the new show company. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.